the celebrations on our ceremonies of graduation and meeting. So we're going to have the chance to celebrate along these days.
Hello.
Hello there.
There's an issue with the live stream, so if you could please kindly put
Yes,
this on your phone.
I feel like I'm on TV right now.
I appreciate you. You'll also need this for the room. So it's going to be a 2-mic system. It'll be great.
Okay, okay. Hello?
I know.
Hello?
It'll be
Hello?
awesome.
Is it on?
Yes, yep, it's on. That's for the live stream.
Okay.
It's so that everyone at home can hear you, or in their offices, or wherever they are. Awesome. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. At home. And so, what are the plans for until we have our new leadership? So along these next weeks, I'm going to be meeting with all leadership in the college. I'm going to be meeting with representatives from different areas of our college. Gather information about the state of things. Get their assessment. Document that. And at the end of this process, I would like to be able to communicate and to represent you with the next leader. So there is a lot of work that is going to be done between now and June the 30th. And I want you to be part of that. And so along these next weeks, you or some of your leaders, they're going to be receiving invitations for talking and organizing the next steps for the college. The idea is to bring the college to, I wouldn't say to the 21st century because that is old already, but I want the college to come to a modern era in such a way that we can make our work in a health place, in a way that people, they are happy waking up, coming through the door and say, today I'm happy that I'm going to be meeting with my students. I'm going to be happy that I'm going to be doing task A, B, or C. Why is that important? Because there is not one person in this room or at home that they do not have that feeling of making our community better. I started in academics because I wanted to be able to treat more patients than my body would be able to. And so I started teaching people that they would be reaching for more and more patients. So I could be present even though if I'm not physically present. That's what makes me go. All right? And so this is going to be the plan for the next weeks. My door and the door of our team is always open, so make sure that if you have any questions, do not hesitate to come and talk to us. Okay? And when I say our team, it's all the leadership in the college. I do not do everything by myself. You know, it's impossible. It's humanly impossible to, or it would be not very wise for me to come here and say I can do everything by myself because that doesn't exist. I'm a specialist in certain areas. I can lead, I can help, I can advocate. But I depend on your skills, on your ability to solve some of the issues that we have in our departments, in our offices. So that said, I would like to actually get a round of applause for everything that you guys do. And I would like to congratulate on every single achievement that you all have done this academic and fiscal year. So congratulations to you. Okay, so we have had, to date, some new staff and some new faculty. So blindness and low vision studies, Alicia Bennett, Kelsey Douglas, and Christina Malostan, they are joining the team or have joined the team. And so I would like a round of applause for them. For the Center of Disability Services, Michelle Beck, Margaret Lundberg, and Lisa Rossing. For the Physician Assistant Department, we have William Simbalek. Speech and Language and Hearing Sciences, Crystal Jennings. And in Occupational Therapy, Melissa Bibler. I wish them all the success on their new appointments, and I hope that we are going to be hearing very good things from them along the years to come. This is what brings me joy. Okay, so these are some of the service anniversaries, and I hope one day to be there, right? So we have Dr. Cooney and Dr. Dennis Simpson with more than 45 years of service. That is not an easy feature. It gives me the goosebumps. I swear to God, it is right now. It is unbelievable the amount of knowledge that such faculty and such people they can provide that to us. So a round of applause for them. Not second to that, we have Nancy Kretzinger and Dr. Betty Dennis, 37 years anniversary. Come on, are you kidding me? They must have started when they were 17 or something. Followed by Dr. Diane Powers-Durrett, Karen Van Dusen, Dr. Rob Emerson, 25 and 20 years of service. Oh my God. Then, dear Dr. Michelle Suarez, who has been a great leader in research in several areas, including resiliency. So Dr. Michelle Suarez is with us for 15 years. And then our 10 years roll. I didn't even get close to that yet. And so I have long ways, but we have Juan Chang, 10 years, Joanne DeWitt, Kelly Pattinson, Dr. Holly Greaves, and Jill Rowe. 10 years of anniversary of service. Thank you very much for everything you guys do. And please share that knowledge with us as we move forward. Okay. That breaks my heart, actually. I am super happy. This is what gives me hope that one day I'm going to be able to retire. But at the same time, we have two very knowledgeable people that they're going to be retiring at the end of this cycle. So Dr. Deb Lindstrom from the Department of Occupational Therapy and Donna Waring from the School of Social Work. I would like a big round of applause and please, along the next weeks, make sure that you stop on their office and try to change their minds. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm happy for them, and I hope that the next chapter on their life is as fun as this first chapters. Okay, so good luck, and do not forget that our doors, they're always open. The doors, they do not close because of retirement. We are going to be here. We are going to always have a space for sharing of the knowledge and helping to make our community and our students, more successful. So, thank you. All right. And we have several searches that they're going on. That is part of our hectic last 3 weeks. There were days that we had 3 visitors in one day here over this last 3 weeks. So these are the searches that they're going on as of now. For faculty positions, we have 3 term faculty specialist positions going on, searches going on as of now. One for speech, language, and hearing sciences, one for physical therapy, and one for physician assistant. We have also one search that it's open right now for the endowed chair of the social work. And we have one that is for a postdoctoral scholar for the academic, for the next academic year. So all the searches, they're still going, and I hope that we can capture and bring the brightest minds that we can in order to help us to move our mission. We have 4 administration positions that are open at this point. We have a search going on for the dean of our CHHS. I believe that all of our candidates, the visits, they're going to be ending today. And I will keep you posted on any potential news that they can come from that search. That is a very important one for us. We are also looking for a new director of the School of Social Work. We have interviewed 2 potential candidates. And next week, the search committee is going to be convening to come up with suggestions and information from that search. We also have a search for the chair and program director of the Department of Physician Assistants. We are on the phase now that we are going to be doing the interviews. And so sooner than later, we are going to have a new chair or program director in that position. And we are going to be, there is an internal search being done for the interim chair of the Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences. And there it comes. So I would like to invite our marketing specialist, Joe Kraus. He's going to be helping us I'm sorry, to give the following awards. So we are going to be having 2, 4, 6, 7 awards for Distinguished Faculty Scholar Award, Distinguished Teaching Award, Service Award, DEI Distinction Award, Emerging Scholar Award, Graduate Assistant of the Year, and Student Employee of the Year. So I will pass the microphone to him because I would like to hand those awards as we move forward.
Thank you.
You need this?
Okay, thank you. Not in that order. Sorry. So at the December gathering, we announced these new awards. We had a condensed timeline this year and only a few weeks to gather nominations and make decisions. Thank you everyone who nominated. I just want you to all know that going forward, those forms are always open. So whenever you have the notion, please feel free to nominate your colleagues and your and friends for these awards. So for 2024 awards, I'm going to go reasonably quickly. And so when you see your name on the screen, please head this way. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first award we're going to talk about is Student Employee of the Year. And for 2024, that award goes to Mia Kerouac. So Mia is a student in the OTA program and one of our student ambassadors who run the show down in the Student Engagement Center. And she has shown great growth in leadership as a student ambassador this year. She dives into projects and tasks with a positive attitude and is ready to lead the rest of the team to success. She's been a great asset with helping out with advising, especially with scheduling. Mia, thank you for all your hard work and congratulations on being the Student Employee of the Year for 2024. Okay, and going forward, you have to stay up here until I'm done. The second award that we have is the Graduate Assistant of the Year. And this year that goes to Jennifer Purenhage from the School of Social Work. So Jennifer's not here. So yeah, you can stop looking. I put her award up on eBay. Jennifer's in her second year as a GA in the School of Social Work. She came into that role as the unit transitioned with new staff and vacancies. And in the midst of all that, she's been helpful with things like recruitment, events, and working on the website. She's one of about 3 students in the college who I interact with on a regular basis. And I appreciate the responsibility that she's taken and the dedication that she's already showing to the School of Social Work. So please join me in congratulating Jennifer Purenhage. Next is the Distinguished Service Award. We have 2 of those this time around. The first one is going to Jamie Neary from the Bronson School of Nursing. So Jamie is a faculty specialist too in nursing. A colleague said, Jamie Neary provides service to the university, college, department, and community at an astounding level. The quantity and quality of service are invaluable, and the college and university are lucky to have her. A student in their nomination said, there were a lot of choices to where I should go to get my master's degree, but the enthusiasm, expertise, and recommendation of Mrs. Neary was all I needed to pick Western. These remarks show that Jamie is providing exceptional service to her colleagues, to her students. She's a true ambassador of the best we have to offer in the college and in the Bronson School of Nursing. Please join me in congratulating Jamie Neary, one of this year's Distinguished Service Award winners. And the second Distinguished Service Award goes to Lisa Bakeways from the School of Social Work and the Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences. So Lisa will have been at WMU for 28 years next month and has been in the college since 2020. In addition to that experience, or thanks to it, Lisa is able to manage multiple complex projects, leaning in to navigate and organize things that faculty or administrators often find a little baffling. Even when she's stretched too thin, she is responsive, calm, and competent, probably. When people come to her with questions or problems, she responds with a smile and a solution. One nominator said of Lisa, I know there were multiple students who were on the verge of dropping out before Lisa's intervention. Again, this is the epitome of service to our students and to our programs. So for these things and for so many more, please join me in congratulating Lisa Bakeways, recipient of the Distinguished Service Award. Next up is the Distinguished Teaching Award, which goes this year to Ashley Brennan from the Department of Occupational Therapy. Oh, Ashley couldn't be here today, so I have hidden her award somewhere in the building. You have to find it. Ashley's been supporting the OT department as a fieldwork educator for 13 years. She's provided positive learning experience for many OT students in that time. In the last 3 years, she's been in the classroom at our GR location, in addition to the demands of being a business owner, providing community-based OT services. She's a positive role model for our students, and Department Chair Nancy Hawk noted numerous instances of positive feedback from students. She's an excellent OT. She's a valued member of the OT team. Congratulations to Ashley Brennan on receiving this year's Distinguished Teaching Award. Next up is the Emerging Scholar Award, which this year goes to Dr. Hai-Jun Park in the School of Social Work. So Dr. Park came to WMU and the School of Social Work in 2021. Since then, she has published 9 peer-reviewed articles, 2 book chapters, has 6 articles under review on topics, including the impact of racism, mental health, and resiliency, perceptions of relative caregivers, and impacts of substance use in young adults. She's given 11 peer-reviewed presentations and has 4 more accepted at the Social Work and Social Development Conference in Panama later this month. For this extraordinary level of scholarship and for the promise of much more to come, please join me in congratulating Dr. Haijun Park on winning this year's Emerging Scholar Award. And I have only one more before I'm going to turn over the mic, and it's the Distinguished Faculty Scholar Award, which this year goes to Dr. Robert Bensley. So the nomination letters for Dr. Bensley were comprehensive. I didn't bring them to read to you, but I'll give you some highlights. He's been the principal investigator for 365 funded grants and contracts, totaling $23 million. He's published 61 articles, books, book chapters, and training manuals. He's authored 159 presentations. And I see him in W News all the time for his work with students, getting them into national conferences and getting them involved with projects on campus and in the community. For all of those things and for many, many more, please join me in congratulating Dr. Robert Bensley on receiving this year's Distinguished Faculty Scholar Award. And now I'm going to introduce Dr. Betty Dennis to talk about the DEI Distinction Awards.
You gonna leave?
I'll stay up here. Then I'll do this.
Yeah, so that you can then have that thing on you. I can talk into you. Hi. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. So the DEI committee had the wonderful.
Can you just hold that?
Hold this one. Had the wonderful opportunity to take a look at all of the different areas and all of the different people who were nominated for the DEI Distinguished Service Award. And there were 2 areas, one area and one person who stood out to us for diversity, equity, and inclusion. The first I will talk about is our information technology department with Elizabeth and Joshua. He's over there. Okay, so you all can come up. So our information technology department has been intentional and committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And they've done that through hiring. They've done that. Oh, the slide. I'm supposed. Thank you. I see your face. Ann was like, switch the slide. Thank you. They've done that because they've been committed and they've been intentional about hiring a diverse student body, a diverse workforce. And they've been committed and intentional about that because they know the importance of everyone feeling like they belong in the College of Health and Human Services. So I'm very pleased to announce that the group who have done a great deal of work in diversity, equity, and inclusion is our information technology department. Thank you. There. Okay, great. Then the next person that I want to bring up is Dr. Pamela Wadsworth. And if you know Dr. Wadsworth, you all can clap as she walks up here. If you know Dr. Wadsworth, you know that her commitment and dedication to diversity, equity, and inclusion is not just something to do. It is a part of who she is. It is her whole being. And that's what makes Pam, such a valuable contributor to the DEI committee. Even though she is not the representative, she comes every month. She always has something to contribute. She sits on one of the subcommittees. She values diversity, equity, and inclusion as a part of her life. It's her approach to who she is and how she works with her students. And so we value you, Dr. Wadsworth, because DEI it can't just be something to check off a box. It has to be a heart change. And your heart is definitely DEI focused, and we appreciate you. So it's my responsibility to keep going and to tell you about the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. And the way we've set ourselves up, and the way you'll see it on the screen if you press the next button, is that we've set ourselves up in subcommittees. And we have a wonderful group of people who represent just about every single department in our college. If you're on the DEI committee, could you raise your hand? Yay, yay. These folks, they work so hard. They work harder than most folks because they're not only on this committee, but they're on another committee. They teach, they do so many different things for our college. And so you can see that we've divided ourselves up into the anti-bias subcommittee, where we make sure that there's trainings, and we look at course curricula. We don't change that. That's of course according to the faculty, but we take a look at all of it. So we've had a Lunch and Learn series this year, and we've had a phenomenal response from our students and faculty and staff who come once a month and have been trained in implicit bias. We've had programs on loan forgiveness. We've looked at the HSV 4400 class and found out that class meets law requirements for implicit bias. We've done the Burian lecture, the DEI conference. We had a college book read where we brought Dr. James Jackson to the college, and we had a wonderful opportunity to work with him and others throughout the month on his book, Clearing the Fog. Thank you. Then we also have the Community Outreach Subcommittee, where we've highlighted different areas of the college who go out in the community and are committed to bringing the DEI emphasis to their community projects. They bring students out, and so that's been a part of the Community Outreach Subcommittee. We have the Data Subcommittee, where we're doing continuous analysis of CHHS and our recruitment, retention, and graduation rate to make sure that we have a diverse student body. We're working on a student climate survey right now. We have a DEI student committee where there are students who are passionate about DEI and make sure that they connect with other students, and we keep our DEI Dropbox ready and available to for you all, the whole community, to talk with us about areas of concerns, areas of interest, areas of change. And so the DEI committee has been very busy this academic year, and we hope that if you're not involved, that you'll get involved and continue to work with us as well. Where's your body? There we go. Oh, so, Ann.
Good morning. I'm just going to talk a few minutes about some of the numbers. You guys get those reports trickle down through your chairs and directors, so we just want to highlight a few nuggets for you. So this spring, we have 1,761 students that we graduated with, or I'm sorry, students, we graduated 316. So that's great. We know those numbers are a little down. So we know if we look below at the undergrad and the graduate breakdown that those numbers are down a little bit, but we're going to start talking about some of the positives after this, okay? So we know that those numbers are down. That's a reality. That's why we're working on some assessment and other initiatives. This is one of the things that's trending well as a nugget is for students who are first time in any college, we have pretty good retention happening right now. So you can see our numbers are up for both second year retention and for 4-year retention and for our 6-year graduation rate. So that's a good thing. Now, in terms of fall, we have 2,355 undergraduate students have applied, and that's a really big increase. And we have 1,840 who were admitted. And so what we're focusing now is on yield of those admitted students. So if we can yield at least 25% of those students, then we're going to be doing great. So we're really optimistic about fall. And here's some of these initiatives that we've been doing. Some of these are continuing initiatives, and it's been a lot of teamwork from everybody, from chairs and directors and staff and all the folks in the Student Engagement Center. We've really had a good year of outreach and recruitment. Susan Pendleton's done a great job of that, in particular with these immersion days. So we've had over 500 middle and high schoolers come to our immersion days, and we have another 100 coming on the 18th of May from Benton Harbor Boys and Girls Club. And it's not too late to help out at that if you want to. But that's taken a lot of work from everybody in the college. So that's been great. And we've had 4 Future Bronco Days. We've hosted 125 new Broncos, and again, that's a all hands on deck experience. And just this last week, we have, with the FAFSA delays that we've had, that's been a real problem for students. We had a call campaign, and we had 165 calls that were made this week, thanks to our student ambassadors. So we really appreciate that.
Thanks, Mia.
That's really tremendous. In terms of academic advising, we've had 1,354 advising visits this week, and that doesn't take into consideration all of the other phone calls and the Success Hub communications that happen online with students. So we've had lots of touch points along the way to get our students here. In terms of our co-curricular activities, we have had a lot of great work in the CHHS Interprofessional Education Committee. They've put on 6 events, 4 of the case-based programs, and we've expanded the poster day, as many of you participated in that. We had a great turnout for that with more of a structured ceremony and with awards for student groups. So that was a really big success, and we're looking forward to learning from that and tweaking it as we go along, but making that a really significant event, even more than it's always been. And one of the things we've started to talk about and plan for is a healthcare career fair, something that's college-wide versus each department kind of doing their own career fair or networking day. And we're working with the university now on something that's in between that, not even just necessarily CHHS, but a healthcare fair that would encompass students across campus who are also in healthcare-related fields. So that's a kind of a new thing happening. In terms of course development, I know there's been a lot of work in each department, and through the central office, we've been working on some new courses. The HSV 1000 course, we may have talked about that last time, but we built that out of SIP, the Department of SIP, with Jan Hahn was a big leader in that, as well as other faculty. That's the first of what we hope will be several courses that are available to all of our students, that has content that's shared across our programs. And so we're looking ahead to other courses related to research or ethics, things that we can teach broadly. And the HSV 1000 is learning more about healthcare. It's an introduction to healthcare services and careers in health and human services. So we're hoping that has a great start this fall. The new courses that we've created, the honors project in HHSS, that's a little different because in the past the prefix has gone to the honors college, and so we're just kind of getting credit for the work that we're doing in our honors college projects, and so that'll be more of a kind of a clerical change to kind of capture that data that we're doing that work in our college. And then the Health Equity Series is a graduate series that we're doing now that we're offering to our graduate students in health equity. So there's 6801, 6802, 6803, and 6804. And that, again, will be a nice partnership with, for us, it'll be with the WMU Medical School. So we're going to be, they're going to be teaching that online asynchronous. So that's just an opportunity for students to take these 1 credit hour courses. And in terms of articulation agreements, we have 16 with community colleges and another 19 in progress. So that's been a lot of work from folks. So appreciate that. Back to you.
Thank you. Put that back in on. I will take care of it. Clumsy fingers. All right. Research and innovation. Over this year, I didn't finalize all the numbers because our last numbers of production, they're coming to us in about 2 to 3 weeks for the first 3 quarters. However, the first numbers that we had presented in December, they were already record numbers. Not only in terms of the number of proposals that they're going out, the number of papers that they're going out, but also on the capturing of dollars that they're helping our research and technology development. However, during this last 10 months, there has been a lot of planning. So on the beginning of this academic year, once I took the leadership regarding research and we started the CHHS Office of Research, one of the major things that it came through the first assessment, we spent about 30 days making our first assessments, 60 days making our second assessments. One of the major factors that came as a deficit, it was a little bit of lack of planning and lack of direction on where our college would be emphasizing its research. So along many interviews that I have done with researchers, many encounters that I have had with other leaders, our partners, they didn't know what we were doing. Even though we were able to bring this information to them, most of that information was dependent on the person who was actually speaking to those either officers in different agencies or potential partners on the private sector, or even amongst us. So only during the month of August and September, I got 17 of our faculty coming to look for other faculty in our college, looking for potential collaborators. That wouldn't be the case if we all knew what we were doing. And so one of the first actions during this first 8 months, it has been to organize and start a process of informing people about what we do. So one of the ideas that it came forward, that was in October, it was to create an annual report. Actually, a report that would provide us the ability to show our community what we do, make sure that they see our researchers in action, make sure that they understand our capabilities, our skills, our intentions. And so I was actually tasked with the challenge of creating, and this is the unveiling of today, of our first magazine research from CHHS. This magazine, we're going to have plenty for you there. This magazine is intended to provide information about our areas of research. And if you open them, you're going to see that each one of the issues, they are going to be actually bringing information about our researchers. We are going to make this a yearly magazine. Different areas of research, different initiatives from all of our departments. And so this is going to be our visiting card that we are going to be bringing to agencies outside, visitors, students. This is going to help us to create collaborations with other colleges, create collaborations within our college. And all this has been produced in the house. This was not done by any marketing company. In fact, the person who did all the art, who did all the organization of the pictures, you know, everything that it's in here, from the first color on the top page, the last word on the back page, it was done by our office, specifically by Miss Rachel Witt. I would like Rachel to stand up. So we are already working on number 2, because we have many things that we want to show the world. We want to make sure that you, every single one of our researchers, is going to be in one of these issues. The way that this is organized is we are going to be capturing initiatives that they come from different departments. Initiatives that they are in line with our major areas of research. If you can open, and you're going to see on the ladder on the beginning of this magazine, you're going to see that there are some areas that they encompass most of the work that we are doing as collectively. We want to emphasize that along the next years, we are going to make this better. This is where we are going to be reporting our production yearly. This is going to be in our websites. This is going to be a way, not only physically, but electronically, that our collaborators, they can find us, that they can know exactly what we do. And so this is, for us, a big achievement, because this is going to open doors. This is going to open or increase our ability to capture the attention of those that they want to help us move research and technology, for those that they can come and participate as collaborators, attract students that they are interested on this type of activity. And so, more than numbers, this is a qualitative type of development that we are going to continue to do. And so, along the next months, many of you, you're going to be approached to provide a little blurb about your projects. And why? Because we want to feature you here. And so this is, for us, a great achievement that we want to continue to move forward along the next years. So that is one of the major achievements that we have had. And we are going to continue to do that. Now, for our next topic,
That was probably me. Yeah, thank you. No, don't make me, come on. So for over the next 5 to 10 years, we have a rough outline of what we want a campaign to look like, a fundraising campaign, and that's going to match up very nicely with a bigger comprehensive campaign that's underway at University Advancement. And that's where I report to, is back to University Advancement. So all of this has been articulated and shared and collaborated on very intentionally with all of us here at Health and Human Services and with Advancement as well. So the 4 areas that we are going to prioritize and focus on are not anything crazy. We're not reinventing the wheel. In fact, you'll find probably all 4 of these fundraising pillars in every major fundraising campaign that you see across the country at major higher education institutions. First and foremost, student scholarships. I don't think that's any surprise to anyone. We have a very fairly robust profile of scholarship support currently available, but I think there's a lot more we can do, especially in this landscape of, you know, where are we enrollment-wise? What can we do to not only attract, but also retain top students to come here? It's competitive financial aid packages, right? So that's one thing. Also faculty support. So that's going to come in a variety of forms, but hopefully more endowed positions and just more opportunity for you, all of you in this room, to be successful at what you do. There's also opportunity for brick and mortar investment. We're lucky that here we have a newer building, but I think even this building itself was built for a time when the student coming in was a little bit different, right? And so in the last 20 years, there's been a lot of changes. Every student now brings a laptop. I mean, I went to school like 10 years ago, and that was relatively new even then. So we need to make sure that we have the infrastructure, the power, and the accessibility to accommodate those types of students. And also investing in the student experience. I think one of the pride points that we always talk about is that 100% of our students have some sort of experiential learning opportunity while they're with us, right? And a lot of that, as you all know, is built into the coursework. It's built into the curriculum. So how can we take that and how can we build upon it and how can we make it even more compelling and rewarding for these students? What opportunities are there? So that is a very, very high level of what that campaign is going to look like. And those are going to be the 4 pillars. And if you have thoughts or ideas, please feel free to come talk to me at any time. But let's get into sort of the nitty-gritty of where we are and our key performance indicators. So this is all data through March 31st. The top line there is last fiscal year. So last fiscal year, we had raised through March 31st a little under $500,000 from just over 400 total donors. So if you do the math, the average gift that we received was about $1,200. This fiscal year, we are just about at $750,000 raised from 358 donors. So a lot more money from significantly fewer people, and that's not going unnoticed. Thank you, yeah. And we're really pumped about the increase in dollars, but the dip in donor count is definitely something that I've taken notice of and that we're thinking about and why that's happening in Advancement. And certainly my job is major gift fundraising. So anything that's $50,000, ideally $100,000 and up, I'm going to be working on. But we do get a lot of smaller gifts too. And so I'm taking an interest in figuring out why are we missing those and where is that coming from? But average gift is up almost $800, right? So that's fantastic for us. We still have an entire quarter to go. And I actually didn't include any of our results from Giving Day in this either because I didn't have them when I made these slides. So Giving Day was this past Wednesday, April 17th. And we had a really, really good day, and a lot of you in this room were very integral in that success. So I want to make sure I thank you all for everything you did. I see Amy Heath giving me a smile right here. So yes, Amy was really wonderful as a partner in that. A lot of you were. Obviously, it's not going to be on these slides, but our results from Giving Day were we had 107 donors for $65,000 raised. Now, yeah, thank you. To compare that to other years, we've done Giving Day for 5 years, and the most dollars we had ever raised in Giving Day before was $10,000. So a massive increase for us. And there's going to be even more work to do. We're just getting started. I have a background in major gifts and annual giving, so all of this is in my wheelhouse. We're at the precipice of some really exciting things. Looking forward, we have a lot of really prominent and successful alumni and community members who want to be engaged and want to be involved and want to be doing more with us, and we are looking to become a college that can provide those opportunities, right? We do an amazing job of talking about our internal stakeholders, our students, our faculty, our staff, everyone in this room. My job is to help us hone in that external focus. So everybody outside of this building who wants to hear about the great research that we're doing, the great work we're doing, hire our students, that's my job. And so ideally what we want to do is bring all of those folks together into a new Dean's Advisory Board. That is going to start hopefully as soon as we can. I would love for it to be this fall, but I think more realistically we're looking at the spring. We want 20 members who are going to give somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a year, and that's just going to be passive income that we aren't even going to have to work for. That's just revenue on top of all the other work that we're doing. So we're going to do that. We're going to start actively fundraising for our other 4 pillars upon the announcement of our permanent dean when that comes about. And I jumped ahead, so sorry about that. Thanks, everyone. You've been wonderful, and that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
I can't see the, yeah. Thanks, man. Got it.
I did. That on? Okay. Thank you, Trevor. This is great, actually. All right, so this gives you a little bit of an idea of where we are and where we are going. And I would like, again, to thank you for everything that you have done. Take some time to celebrate with your students. Take some time to celebrate with your loved ones. The road ahead, of course, we are going to continue to have obstacles, but there is no doubt in my mind that if we do not have the best minds and the best brains in this place, I don't have any doubts about that. We are going to be able to go through obstacles, we are going to be able to go through challenges, and we are going to be successful in everything that we do. If you have any doubts about that, just take a look at the face of your students on graduation day, okay? So thank you very much. I hope that along the next weeks we are able to connect a little bit more so we can talk and we can celebrate together. Thank you very much, and please have some coffee and some of the treats that they are back there, and I will see you around. And I can start singing.